welcome to Sorare Sunday for the week starting the 23rd of December to the 29th. And let's get started on our last Sorare Sunday of 2024. Let's jump into what we did this week. Alright, so this week was it was a weird one with like where the fixtures fell and stuff like that. So we obviously had a lot of midweek Premier League games, which was good for us. If we go back to last weekend, which is where we always start because of the cut-off, so it's the weekend on to Tuesday, or when was the 24th? Yeah, it was Tuesday, wasn't it? Yeah. So we did all right. We got a $5 on the percentage market, so 50% credit boost up to $5. Well, $5 is £4.65 for me. So we've got that there for the next 25 days if we wanted to spend any money on it. It's kind of like one of those, it's a, we're on the wrong week now. It's a reward, but it also makes you spend money. So it's a little bit, I'm not overly yay about that. It would have been nice if it was just $5 here rather than spend. But we reached the target. We got 104 with Bird Leno. He played insanely well. Sissoko got an assist and Tete Morente got a goal, but then also error led to a goal, so his score wasn't as high as it could have been. Then if we go down, we didn't really get anything in the specials. We never really do because we just put together some random hodgepodge teams. But in the Premier League, we got 2 boxes, 1 star and 2 star in the in seasons with Ryan Christie getting an assist. Dango Uatar. I'm not sure how you say Dango getting an assist as well, and Dubravka coming in for the injured Pope, keeping a clean sheet. Unfortunately, against my Ipswich, we did not do well against Newcastle. They absolutely teared us apart. Norgard getting 88. Playing a very decent game, and then everyone else just doing okay for Brentford, getting us the 1-star box. Ipswich, like I said, Liam Delap got suspended for an after the game altercation, which wasn't even him. Someone fronted up on him, but because the rules are both players who are involved in the altercation need to be booked, Delap got the booking as well, and that was 5 yellow cards. And they told us that, I think it was announced an hour before the game, and or something like that, or a day before the game, and I'd already locked in this team, so I knew that this team was going to struggle because I was missing a player anyway. But Muric, oh man, I don't know what Ipswich are going to do in January, but part of me thinks they need to think about a keeper, maybe even loaning in a proven goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? Someone who's got loads of experience and is maybe sitting on the bench for someone. Someone who just pops into my mind, who Arsenal signed but haven't used once this season, is Neto. If we could get him on loan, he was decent. He was a really good goalkeeper. And Arsenal just signed him to be a backup. Neto would be an improvement on Muric, I think. Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe he will get better. He's young, but he's literally thrown away results for us. This one you can't blame all on Muric. 4-0, the whole team played badly. But there have been games where we've lost 1-0 and the 1 goal is a really bad error by him, or a goal he should have just saved. So I'm just a bit unsure about Muric. I think Ipswich in January need to be thinking about a new goalkeeper. Didn't do anything in the classics, although Cameron Burgess getting 96, Duran scoring and getting 70 were the 2 highlights of those guys. Nothing in La Liga again. It seems to be very up and down, like a roller coaster for my La Liga teams, doesn't it? Because I'm either getting something or getting absolutely nothing and not even close. But Arenal Martinez, I believe I picked him out as, last week he was my player to watch. Got an assist, 108 score. He is definitely a player who can pop up and impress at times. So, and I think he's quite young, so he's good to see him doing well. Gazinga getting 69 with save. Is that a save? Clean sheet. But then 2 players not playing kind of ruined that chance of getting anything. Manu Moralanes is just one of them players who he'll either play or he won't, and there's no rhyme or reason as to why. And the same with Cardona. He was scoring and playing regularly, and then he's just been dropped. And that's like, I think it's either like the midweek games that a lot of the Liga teams play different lineups. But yeah, not ideal. The other 2 teams nowhere near. I've got kind of a full Leganés. Is that like all? No, we've got Leganés and then that other team, and I can't remember who they are now. They're another Spanish team. Almira, I think it is, or something like that. Just blue and white stripes. A full blue and white stripe team. But they obviously did not do well there, as you can see. Bundesliga, nothing again. Champions, we got something with our Nottingham Forest nearly. It was kind of like, I do now have a 5th Nottingham Forest player, so I can do a full Nottingham Forest team, as you'll see in a second. But goal for Aina. I think that's how you say it, with 84 score. Sells just playing amazing at the moment, keeping clean sheets all the time and stuff. And then Anderson and Wood doing okay. Gets us a 1-star box, 15%. Solanke getting a goal and an assist wasn't enough for this team because look at it. I think Solanke was the only one who actually played. Maguire did. But yeah, other than that, we didn't do anything too amazing there. Only one in-season challenger is the Eredivisie with Go Ahead Eagles getting 2 players with an assist, Broom and Antman, and then Hercules playing okay. I could have chosen better players for that bit, but I'll take it because we got a box. And then nothing else. Kenneth Taylor doing pretty well with goal and 125. Ringo Merveld doing well with a goal and 98. Johan Khalif seems to be playing more and got a goal. Seems to be playing and scoring more, which is good because he's quite a young player. Even Vandenberg, he got an assist. Like, that team is very unlucky not to get anything, actually. We just played Van den Boys when we should have played someone else. But that was very close for that team to get something. Like, look at that. If you look at that first 3, you think, yeah, they're on for some points or some rewards. And then you get to the top and it's like, oh, they threw it away. Our contender, our Hibs, full team, 105 for Martin Boyle, a goal and 2 goal assists, and then a goal for Cadden, who we have captained as well, gets us a 2-star box. And then this team, which, let's be honest, doesn't look like it's doing anything amazing, apart from our captain getting 141, which I think is the highest score I've got from a single player. That is high. That gets us a 1-star box. But yeah, the rest of the scores are like very just okay, if not bad. And then under 23s, we get 1 box from this team where Shank gets a 91 and saves. He keeps a clean sheet. Noosa 73. Again, a very kind of just okay scores team, but we got 1-star box from that. Troy Parrott gets a goal, but then everyone else on the team apart from Abu Francis didn't play, so kind of ruined that. And that team, I feel, was a bit unlucky not to get anything. 6 points off. Got some fairly good points. Just Keane Lewis Potter got an error led to a goal, so that kind of ruined it. And then, if we go to midweek, which was only 2 days, because Sorare moved it, which I didn't. They moved it and they didn't let us change anything about the original. So they moved this one over a day, I think it was, to Wednesday. I can't remember what they did. Yeah, no, look, the 25th is just missing. So Christmas Day is just missing, and then so yeah, actually that doesn't make sense what I was about to say. They didn't move this at all. They just moved this by a day. So it was only 2 days, so that people could use their free cards that they got in the boxes, which I have yet to open. So we'll see that later on in the video. But I don't know. It just felt like a weird move, but there you go. We didn't get a lot from this one. We only got 3. We're going to go through this one pretty quickly. Aaron Wan-Bissaka getting me 140. Actually, really close to the highest score I've seen before, 141. So Aaron Wan-Bissaka did really well. 1-star box from that. No one else really standing out too much. And then our Leicester with Dubravka in goal was 1 point away. And Everton. 1 minute. That wasn't a Leicester team at all, was it? We've got Newcastle, Leicester, and Everton all kind of mishmashed in 1 point away from a reward, which is really annoying. We're so close. Then nothing else in there. We got a 1-star box from our one challenger team. Griffin Yao, who doesn't even have a picture card yet, got a goal. Yao Silva got an 80 for being a captain. And Jeremy Petris getting 86. Our keeper didn't even play. And then Marcus Harness got 45 in the championship for Derby. So yeah, a 1-star there, not too shabby. And then a 2-star box from our Hibs team again. Cadden getting an assist. He's an absolute machine, Cadden. His scores are insane. Maybe one player. Have I done him on a one to watch yet? Maybe he'll be one to watch soon. Nothing on the second team. You can see I really struggled to put together teams in this one. So I only had like 11 teams, whereas usually I'd have like 33. And they all kind of like, because of where the fixtures fell, you didn't have all the Premier League, you didn't have many in Contender or any in Challenger really. So it's really hard to put together a team for these 2 days. So actually getting 3 boxes is pretty decent. I'm quite happy with that. So now we're going to go on to what's happening with next week. And next week, as we know, everything can change in these games which are currently being played, or like teams which are currently being played. As you can see, no one's played in my specials yet. Either. Oh wait, no, we've got someone who's playing. Little red dot next to it, which means they're probably playing right now. Today at 11:30. The game's just finishing 39 for Vlasic. He started playing quite well at some point in the season, and then it's just dropped off. So that's a shame. He's not. At least he is playing at least, so we get a little bit of a score. Hutchinson again. He's finding it hard to adjust to the Premier League. He plays well every now and then. He got that absolute screamer of a goal against Man United, and then he's played off the ball too easily. He kind of disappears for long bits of the game, and that you need someone who can just run at defenders, and he just seems to have lost his confidence in taking on players, which is a bit annoying because he can do it. It's just he's lost his confidence, so it means that whenever he does try, it doesn't quite work out for him. O'Shea getting a 78, fully deserved. He absolutely bossed the defence against Arsenal. But there's still the Chelsea game to come, so these Ipswich players could still get better scores than what they've got. Premier League, we have a full Nottingham team left to play, and if they're playing Everton, I think that they should do pretty well against them. So I think that team might do quite well. Hopefully Chris Wood getting on the score sheet again. He's had a few games without. The Brentford team doing okay. Not amazing, but doing okay. I don't know if that'll stick with a 2-star. They'll probably go down a little bit. And the Ipswich team potentially will get better because we've got the Chelsea game coming up on the 30th tomorrow. But as it is, I think we'll probably lose the reward as other games are played around it. So we need to hope that they play better against Chelsea, those players. We have another 1-star with Kaluste and Smodic. Who Kaluste's been a revelation for Ipswich. He's absolutely insanely good midfielder. But yeah, there's a few players left to play, so you can't really say what's going to happen apart from we know Neto will never play, which is what I'm saying. If he went to Ipswich, I think he'd be decent because he's not actually that old either. I think he's like mid-30s for a goalkeeper. That's you've got a few years left in you at least. So potentially. But yeah, 1-star there, but 106 points, and games left to play. A lot can change there as well. 120 for an assist and captain Trossard. I'm very glad I captained him. We've got a lot of players in the rest of them left to play. Jose Sarr has come back in, but he's playing against Tottenham, who are on quite a good scoring patch, so they're doing quite well. But West Ham against Liverpool, Wan-Bissaka and Kilman have been playing really well, but defence against Liverpool is going to be hard. Yao Gomez doesn't always play. It's going to be a tricky one for that in-season team to actually do much, but hopefully it will all work out and we'll get a really good reward. And then other than that, I just got to let these all play. Although Tino Angerin, this English midfielder, never heard of him, plays for Empoli in Serie A, and he seems to be playing pretty well. He's quite young as well. He's only like 22. But yeah, he's a player to keep an eye on as well. Like, he might be one of them ones which just pops up in like the England team, like out of the blue or something. Do you know what I mean? He's playing top tier level in Italy, so you never know if he starts impressing overly, or he might even be a player that gets brought by a Premier League club and then ruined, as it does tend to happen. Then the champions is mostly Premier League team players, to be fair, apart from McTominay. And that's it, I think. So just Premier League players left to play. None of them have played yet. Our challenger, we've got a lot of did not plays. Ali Akman, Taniguchi, Langsbeck. So I don't think we're going to get anything from these rewards-wise. But Roman Kviet got a goal and an assist, playing pretty well. And then again, a couple of did not plays. Warlison should be back from injury. I think it's in the next 2 weeks or something like that. So he is their starter keeper. And I got him fairly cheap because he's been injured for so long. So hopefully he will come back in. And I can get a full Celtic, Bruges, whatever it is, team put together if they all... But then Nanzino had a really good start of the season, was being played regularly, and now has been dropped. He's quite young. He's only 20. So obviously whoever was injured has come back in or something. So nearly a full team. The rest of them usually play, but it's not to be for Nanzino for some reason. Unless he's been injured. Who knows? I can't seem to find that sort of information out. Because it's not as like popular as like Premier League and stuff. So you don't have all of like the updates and stuff like that. Then we got the Hibs team left to play, and all of these left to play. So we'll see what happens with Contender. Hibs, who are they playing? They're at home and they're playing Kilmarnock. I think that's one which should get quite a high scoring bunch. And then the under 23s looks like Rak Saki is not playing, so hopefully he'll get subbed on. Yeah, because this game's only just started, and not a great score for a captain, is it? 32, Liberato Cache. I don't know how you say that one either, but there you go. But Yarmolenk got a 53 from coming off the bench, so there could be something happening with that team. Who knows? And then looking forward to the midweek, I think I've got 5 teams: a Hibs team, another Scottish team, the warm-up team. It's not the European one anymore, but we'll see what happens from that. And 2 under 23 team, mainly nearly a full what is it? Brentford. There you go. I lost it in my head. I was like, I cannot remember what that team name was for a second. But yeah, nearly a full Brentford apart from the goalkeeper. So that might do quite well. But yeah, not a lot happening here. I don't think I could even get a Premier League team together, could I? It didn't even give me the option. There's no Premier League team, even though it looks like Brentford are playing. That's odd, isn't it? Brentford playing Arsenal, but you can't put in a Premier League team. I guess it's just because there's one game being played. But yeah, so under 23s, the goalkeepers both don't play, I don't think, unless Ross Sinclair occasionally gets subbed in, or like not subbed in, rotated in. So potentially he will play, but I don't think Burisic plays very often. So yeah, we will see what happens there. Not a lot of hope for midweek at getting loads of stuff, but hopefully we'll get some stuff this weekend that we're currently in. and be able to open some more boxes. We're currently on for 6, but like I said, that could all change and we could get up to like 10, 12 boxes, or it could stay, or it could go down to like none. So I'm hoping we get at least 6 for next week so that we can do some opening of some boxes. So we're now going to jump on to the player to watch. Okay, so I was and ahhing between Roman Kvet and that I can't remember his name now, but the Empoli English midfielder that I mentioned before. But I think Kvet is an interesting one. He plays in the Juniper League, so that's a challenger or a contender. I'm trying to remember off the top of my head what that would be. But he didn't really play as a first team for a little while. Came off the bench, got a couple of goals when he first started, and he's like been given a long run of playing regularly. He gets kind of the 40s most games, but he can pop in with goals and assists. And I think that he's one of these players. He's 27, so he's kind of in the prime of when a midfielder is. He's kind of consistent at the moment, and I would hope would stay with that consistency for the rest of the season and maybe build on that next season. Juniper League also seems to be where kind of like Bundesliga, Eredivisie look to kind of pinch their talent. So you might even see this guy move into a bigger club in one of those, and sometimes even Premier League kind of dip in and take the fresh talent from there. He hasn't played international, but if he keeps playing well in for club, he could potentially be called up to Czech. They don't have like a massive pool of players who are like at the top level, so he could potentially have some international in the future, especially if he's getting like a full season in. And his cards are dirt cheap, like 60, 80p. Like, and if you want to pick it up directly from Sorare, £1.24. So very affordable for a midfielder who will play regularly. If you want to build a team, and I'm gonna have to look it up now, aren't I? What was it? Is it Challenger or is it? It's Challenger. There you go. I knew it was Challenger. I just doubted myself. So if you want to build a Challenger team, he's a midfielder who can fill a role pretty well and occasionally impress with like goals and assists. So yeah, he's my one to watch. The other player I was thinking of is he sits in Champion, which is why I didn't suggest him, because Champion is a harder one. It's more expensive to make a team. So I think this is kind of like a good suggestion for like a more affordable team. But it's Tino Andrin. Is the other one, which I was kind of and ahhing about if I'm going to include him. But yeah, Kvet is my one to watch. So yeah, I think he's going to be a good player for the next couple of seasons at least. And this season he seems to be finding his form, which is something that you want for a kind of a cheaper card. If you spend 80 pence and he gets you like high scores for the next like 2-3 weeks, then that's well worth it, isn't it? I guess. And you could just have to build a team around him, like with other players which get highish scores, and you can get a fairly good result, get some rewards from it. And that is my player to watch. So we're going to move on to what's in the box. What's in the box? Okay, so we had, like I said, a fairly good last weekend. We got, I think, 8 boxes or something like that. So we've got 16 boxes. Included in here is in the Christmas Advent Calendar event, they had, if you buy a card, you are guaranteed a card on Christmas Day from one of the boxes. Now, I didn't open them on Christmas Day. I thought I'd save them for now. Hopefully that hasn't ruined it. Hopefully that hasn't taken away any of our cards or something like that. It shouldn't have. It should just mean that we can open it and we'll get a limited card. So I can't remember where I got them, or I got a few. Let's just put it that way. I got some in Contender, some in Challenger, some in Champion, I think. But it was so long ago now, Christmas has happened since then. It's all very out. But we're just going to do the 2 rivals boxes, which I think will just be, these tickets, which I won't hate because I do need tickets to play the rivals games. It looks like, more tickets, just one. So 3 tickets from the rivals. We've been having a terrible time at rivals this last couple of weeks. I'm not even going to show you, but it's been bad. We just can't seem to find that form. It's probably because we're up in we're in like higher divisions, but it's not been fun. So we're going to go into limited. So we do have just some random normal boxes, which I'm hoping will give us plenty of essence because we need to get up to 20 if we're going to do an essence pull this round as well. 2-star boxes, pretty good rates usually. Not really because we get 2, but we're at 211. We just need 9 more. But we will be guaranteed to see some limited card pulls with a box like this, which I think I'll save till last. We'll do all the normal boxes first. So we pull this one. Gets 1 limited. We're up to 12. It might find that we are going to just be short, so we'll have to wait till next week for an essence pull. Oh, yeah, it looks like we will be if we get stuff like this as well. $3.99 market credit. It's all right. Again, it's one of those things which is a bit annoying because it means you have to spend money. Don't really want to spend money at the moment, so that'll probably just sit there. But I've only got 25 days to use, or a month to use it. So do I let it waste, or we've got loads of those Christmas boxes, haven't we? Flipping heck. I think probably we have to put just a little bit of cash in and use them, don't you? But that's how they get you. 2 essence, we're up to 15. It could, do you know what? Potentially, 2-star boxes do give out more essence. 17. And then we've got another Christmas box, another 2-star. We need to get a 5 or a 10. 2. We're 1 away. Come on, 1-star box. Give us the goods. 2. Nice. More than we needed. And we've still got more to go. So we can do an essence pull. I don't think we'll get enough to do. Yeah, there you go. So we now ended with 23. So if we do an essence pull, let's just move off of the boxes and back on so it will reset. So we have to go through all the ones that we've opened. Oh, that's there you go. Cool. So if we do a essence pull today as well, we'll have 3 left for next week. We might not be able to do an essence pull next week, but let's do these 6 boxes and see what we get. Some people getting amazing cards from these. Some people just getting dross. Okay, to start off with, we've got Kaj Sierhertz, a 26-year-old forward for Fortuna Sittard who does not play. That's the not so good one that we've got so far in the Eredivisie. Let's see if we can improve on that in any way. Bernd Klaverbauer, an 18-year-old Dutch keeper for Heverin. Doesn't play. Again, not ideal. Let's see what we got next. So we did get 2 in the... I think I brought some Eredivisie players. So 2 in I think it's in the same league that you've brought the players in. Okay. We've got a Brentford player, 23-year-old midfielder, who has played on and off. P. Magoma. I'm not going to lie, it's not a name that I recognise, but he's 23, so he's younger. That's not bad. That's a Premier League player at least. And let's see what we get here. Raul Garcia for Osasuna. And he does play a forward in the La Liga. It's not terrible. So we're getting better pulls as we go along. I think there's 2 more left. So yeah. Or is there 1? Then we got Noah Atubolu. 22-year-old Bonjour. 22-year-old goalkeeper who actually plays in the Bundesliga. Flippin' heck, that might be our best pull, I think. I don't know how good that team is. We'll look in a second. And then our final one gets us Anthony Descote, 20-year-old forward in Belgium. 24-year-old forward Belgian who plays for Utrecht in the Eredivisie. Looks like he has played and played really well and played recently, but he doesn't play regularly. But he's 20. He's a youngster. Potentially could be better in the future. So not a terrible pull. I was hoping for like a big name player in the Premier League or something like that, but we didn't. It was not to be. It wasn't going to be like a £1,000 card or anything like that. So we're just going to quickly jump onto our cards and just have a look at some of these. So the first two just don't play. Magoma looks like he does come on off the bench. He's only 23, so maybe he's like a player who will play more next season or something like that. So he's not amazing, but it's not terrible. Raul Garcia looks like he comes off the bench all the time, does not start, has scored once. Oh no, he scored a couple. He has scored in La Liga. He's only had one did not play recently, and the rest he has played. He's okay. So he's young as well though, so he may be one of them players who you find starts playing a lot more. This one I'm more interested by. Bonjour. We've got a goalkeeper in the Bundesliga. Very high scores at times. Look at those scores. Freiburg. So let's just look at him. How much have people been buying him for? Oh, he's a £30 player. He's 30 quid. Let's have a look at you. He's 22, so he's young as well. He's eligible for under 23s. That's definitely my best pull. It's absolutely smashed it, that one. I'm really happy with that. How much are people selling him for? Around 23, 24 pounds. Yeah, nice. I'm not looking to sell him, but that's good to know kind of average like value of what sort of a player is. How are Freiburg doing in the 9th? Out of how many? Can't remember how big the Bundesliga is. Proper middle table club at the moment. So that's pretty decent as well. Not looking at like a team that's about to be relegated. I might be able to build a Bundesliga team off of that now, because the goalkeeper is the hardest one to get. That's awesome. Really happy with that one. And then last one we didn't look at was Anthony Descote. Let's have a look. He came on and scored against PSV. PSV is a hard team to score against, so that's pretty impressive. Doesn't play very often though. He's worth like 50p, 70p. Some people have been buying him for £2, £1. I potentially will be building an Utrecht team because I think they'll be in Europe, I want to say, next season. Let's just see how Utrecht are doing. Yeah, they're looking like they're going to be in Europe, maybe even Champions League next season. So if I build an Utrecht team that could have something, but next season it won't be a in season, it will be a challenge. What is it? Classic. So that's the only issue. If I build a team now, we won't be able to use it for the in season, which the rewards are always less for the classic. So yeah, overall, not terribly disappointed with those pulls. I actually think I'm going to save that then for next week. We'll do an essence pull next week and see what happens. And we'll start off the what's in the box with the essence pull and then open some boxes. But we're now going to move on to what happened in the NBA. All right, so NBA. We haven't done great with like the hoops and the pro, as you can see. Even our commons are not doing fantastic. I think we should 21 points. I think Magobo is playing regularly. Yeah, I think he should get that, hopefully. And we might be able to get rewards from this. Our classics, not our classics, our limiteds are not doing as well. I have lowered it, like I said in the videos before, where we're doing underdogs. But it's actually really hard to fill a team of players who score in that cap. Like, I can see the challenge with it. There's a chance with some of these teams that we'll get something. Like this one, hardly anyone's played, so we'll see what happens. This one, oh man, if I hadn't put Gabe Vincent in there, I think we probably would have been quite close to getting something. 40 and a 35, 23. But yeah, struggling to get anything from the NBA limited cards. And then last time we didn't get anything, 0 out of 6. Our common, we're having that struggle with the commons. Is like I said, I traded them all in, switched them again and again and again, and I've just lost the value of commons. And I need to get some more common cards in order to like play how I used to again. Which is a bit annoying that I did that, but you know, you live and learn. But we got full. You can't play a full stack in NBA, so you can only play 4 players from a team. So we got a 4-player stack from Lakers that we're able to play, and then I played a player who got 0. Any other player, a player who got like 28 and above, we would have got something from that. So we could have played any of these kind of guys, but you know what? We actually, to be fair, looking, there's not a lot of players here who got over 28, so we probably wouldn't have got anything. But yeah, it's just annoying that we played somebody who didn't even play. It seems to be that we get 1 or 2 players who play really well, and then the rest don't. And I just need it to hit. Do you know what I mean? Need it to hit so some of these players do well. But something that might help with that is what Sorare did for the Christmas thing as well, is they did a day where if you brought an NBA limited card, you got a free limited card in Christmas Day. And I brought 3 cards, not very expensive ones, so I'm not expecting anything amazing, but you never know. And we've got 3 boxes to open for that as well. In terms of what's happening next, we haven't really picked a team out yet, but we'll be putting together the same sort of idea. 3 underdog teams and 2 contender teams, and then a common contender as well, just trying to get some more cards and boxes and stuff. But hopefully these limited cards will help. So let's have a look at these boxes. Let's open these up and see what we get. And I'm hoping for some like LeBron James or like something like, or Giannis. Come on. I don't think we will because we paid so little for the original cards, but we'll see. We've got Jalen Wilson. Is that a player I've already got? Potentially I've already got Jalen Wilson, I think. So having him twice, we can use him twice in different lineups. It's not the end of the world. He does play, so that's already a positive. Then we got Hunter Tyson for the Denver Nuggets. Kind of plays. He obviously comes off the bench and does very little. He's got an 8 at the moment over those last 10 games. So not an amazing not an amazing pull there. We got our last box. We want something good. Come on. Something. Like a player who plays regularly at least. Okay. Sivi Mia. How do you even say that? Sivi Miakaliuk. Plays for Utah Jazz. 27. Ukrainian. Those scores are looking positive at least. So he was injured for a little bit. 32, 20, 22, and then did not play. Why is he so inconsistent at playing? Just not in the starting lineup. Not injured, nothing. It just says he's not in the starting lineup. Why? What's going on? Why are you so inconsistent, my man? Okay, I thought that was a good pull. Maybe not. Jalen Wilson. Do we have him already? Let's just have a quick look. These are my limited cards that I've got, as you can see. They're not the best. I don't know if I do, actually. Just quickly looking. There's probably a quicker way to do this. No, I don't think I have Jalen Wilson. Perfect. So he's a card which I don't have. And then Hunter Tyson. Okay, it's not looking great for him. He'll be an underdog player for sure. Jalen Wilson. Oof. Okay. He plays and he gets high scores. I'll take it. And the Nets. He's Brooklyn Nets, isn't he? Where do I see the team? Yeah, Brooklyn Nets. They're doing quite well this season, from what I can tell. So that's not a terrible player to have. He's only 24 as well. So he's quite a young player. Okay, not bad pulls, not the amazing pulls I was hoping for, but we take what we get, and we can hopefully start to build up some better results in the limited games that we play, to try and like improve on like the rewards that we get, and then more maybe over the next few weeks we'll have more boxes to open in this section. But at the moment, that's it. So yeah, we're looking over like this bit. We'll fill out our teams, and hopefully some of our new limiteds will get some good scores. I'm unsure whether to play that Ukrainian guy if he keeps getting dropped. You can just get a 0 score, did not play, if you play him. Do you know what I mean? But and then we'll keep trying to play daily hoops. Thing is, it's hard with commons because we don't have a lot of a good common cards, because we keep switching them and getting lower level commons. So it's kind of an annoying thing, but we can put together a team at least and see how that goes. So yeah, thanks for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hope you all have a good New Year's kind of break and celebrations and all that. And we'll come back for 2025 next weekend, first week of 2025, and see what's occurring. And I think Sorare have quite a lot of plans for next year of what they're going to do to try and improve like kind of their offerings, how they can get more people involved in Sorare and stuff like that. So it'll be interesting to see what 2025 brings for Sorare and this kind of platform. I'm looking forward to playing it. I just enjoy playing this anyway. I'm not looking to make any money off of it though. So some people I think see this as an investment. I just see it as a little game that I like to play. But yeah, let me know what you think in the comments. Football, NBA, what you playing? What's your favorite go-to players? If there's any players which I've picked up that I don't really know much about, if you can give me the update on what's going on, that'd be great. One other thing, I tweeted it the other day, but to Sorare, I was watching the Christmas NFL, and I was thinking, do you know what would go perfect in Sorare? Fantasy football NFL. I'm hoping at some point that comes into in like similar to how they do NBA. You've got a free version that you can play, and you've got a limited version you can play. So if you want to put some money in, you can. But if you want to just play it for free and see what you can do, you can play the common version, and just like every week, I don't know if there's enough games for every day. I think NBA is a bit different because you can do a daily hoops, but like every week at least you can play common games and have a little bit of fun with it. Because the NFL definitely, like, people play fantasy football NFL all the time, and that would be awesome to see it on Sorare. So yeah, let me know what you think of that idea as well. If that you think that will happen, and if that's a good idea to come to the platform. But yeah, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Have a great 2025 celebration, New Year stuff, and I will see you when I see you.